Hello, my name is Wilson Nicholson, and I'm a third-year student here at Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary. We are here today with Dr. Margaret Aymer. She is the First Presbyterian Church Shreveport D. Thomason Professor of New Testament Studies here at Austin Seminary. Welcome.
Thank you.
Did you grow up celebrating Lent and Easter?
Yes, I'm a preacher's kid from the Caribbean.
Do you have any favorite memories you would like to share?
Easter in my house smelled like cinnamon, as my mother would make these sweet breads full of candied fruits, which she would serve with cheddar cheese. It is the bun and cheese tradition of the Caribbean.
As a New Testament scholar, which scriptural texts have most informed your own Easter hope?
Let me mention two. The first is the ending of the Gospel of Mark, which might seem a strange text to choose, because it ends with, "And they said nothing because they were afraid." But what's true about the story of Easter is that we have Mark, which means at some point they stopped being afraid and told the story. Another one is the story of the two walking to Emmaus, who are so overwhelmed with grief and so overwhelmed with confusion, they don't notice Jesus walking with them until he is revealed to them in the breaking of the bread. And at that moment it becomes Easter, and they run and tell the good news. These texts remind us that in the midst of despair, once God starts working that resurrection in us, we are empowered to go out and share the gospel, even in the midst of doubt, even in the midst of fear, because Christ is truly risen.
What would you say to someone who is struggling to embrace Easter hope?
This can be a very painful time. The country feels very fractured, and sometimes there does not seem to be any cause for hope. But the promise of the resurrection is that we are not the ones who raise ourselves up. God, who raised Christ, will also raise us up. It is the promise that God is active in the world today, and that ultimately God has us, the God who loves us.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
It is our sincere prayer that these video devotionals will encourage you during the season of Lent and fill your heart with Easter hope.